All right. Good afternoon, Sharice. How are you today?
Yeah, how are you?
I am doing fantastic. So I've got your resume here in front of me, and you are looking for opportunities in the Orlando, Florida area. So let's talk a little bit about your past experience. And I want to start with your time at AAA. You worked in dispatching, administration, customer service. Tell me a little bit about that role.
So for AAA, I worked specifically overnight, which was 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. My role at AAA was I was part of the emergency roadside. So what happens is we would take income calls, and it was like a three-way. So what we would do is we'll have our clients or customers call in with roadside services that they need, like a flat tire change, or they need to would be our members. With that, ask if they're in a safe location to wait for service. Once we secure the fact that they're safe, we'll go ahead and proceed with the call and get tow truck dispatch for what they need, whether tire change, battery start jump. Sometimes we did have to follow up with the customers due to the tow truck people taking a while.
Yep.
Just still sending somebody out. Another interesting thing that I learned with that job that I actually learned was the fact that if you're ever stuck on the side of the road and you don't know where you're located, you can call the police and have them send you your exact coordinates, so that way you can get a tow truck driver.
Wow, that's really interesting. I'm glad you told me that because I did not know that either. When you're working in that type of environment where you're, having to handle logistics and dispatching, especially in high stress situations, what do you think was one of the hardest parts about that job?
One of the hardest parts I would honestly say is just constantly reassuring my customer, well, my member, because that's what I call them. I am have instances for like places like down south in Miami where the wait times are longer. In Orlando, people may wait 30 minutes, and people may wait 2 hours or more. So
Wow, okay.
just when people would call back to see like where their driver was, just reassuring them because hey, I've been waiting this long. You guys say we're gonna be here. They had to delay their last pickup, so just basically reassuring the customers after the initial call because what happens is like I really don't want to get off the phone with you until I see somebody pulling up. So it was basically reassuring them, keeping them in a positive state, and then off the next customer without holding them.
Now, and I do want to point out to my clients that'll be watching this video, AAA has some very high standards with their metrics and their expectations for their clients from, organization, call time, speed, accuracy, everything comes into play. What would you say if you could kind of give us an idea about how you were hitting your targets and your metrics on a weekly basis?
Honestly, I just went with the flow of the system. So their system is set up where you flick from page to page, safe location, where they're located at, what they have. So me personally, I would just go with the flow of the call. In customer service, I try to make a person so that call volume. Calls there were 5 seconds apart all night long.
Yep.
The whole United States and some other areas like Hawaii, other sorts. So calls there are on.
So they don't stop. Let's jump over to your time at United Health Group because you had a really great position there as well too. Tell me about that one.
So that one was for data entry. Clients would call in and I would data and input it. It was very customer environment. My only reason for the health group was due to roughness towards the end of my pregnancy. Emergency C-section, blood transfusion.
Okay. All right. Not a problem. Tell me about your computer software experience. What programs aside from proprietary software do you feel most comfortable working with?
I'm comfortable with IEX. I'm comfortable with I'm comfortable at that a lot of call centers use. They're usually different names, but the chats are typically with chat. I'm comfortable with customer service and call center systems. So I'm very familiar with the dual monitor. Every like that.
All right, fantastic. Sharice, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. The sound is going in and out on your end. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm going to stop the recording and chat with you a little bit more if that sounds good.
Sounds good.